Hey, you guys, this is Tracie, and I'm with Blavity, and we are discussing maternal mental health and how we can make the change. I founded the company in 2017 after news started to make headway about the Black maternal death rate in this country. So in 2016 is when I said I needed to do something, but I did not know what at the time. So after 17 years of being a birthing professional myself, I launched the NBDA, which is the national company. Well, we all know representation matters, so we wanted to make sure that we amplify Black birthing professionals. And so, helping to empower the Black and BIPOC birthing community, we needed to position educated, trained professionals that look like them, that can help them navigate the bureaucracy of delivering in a hospital setting against Western medicine and the racism that's embedded within the culture itself. So, that is the position of the Black doula and the reason why Black doulas are so important, although there's still a significant lack in the amount of Black doulas. And so we're trying to amplify the educational piece to create more Black birthing professionals and BIPOC birthing professionals across any landscape to make sure we mitigate this Black maternal morbidity rate. Well, the lack of adequate resources or access to, the lack of information and proper education about what their options are. And when we have those two components and they get into the hospital setting, they've discovered they're pregnant, they've decided to carry forth the pregnancy, what's next? Who's going to be on my side? And oftentimes, when you don't have the resources or the information and education, you really just take the hospital staff or the doctor's staff just to say, this is how it's supposed to be, and they fall for it. When they don't know their rights, they can't exercise their rights. So we want to make sure that we educate Black birthing people so their rights are so they're known and they can exercise their rights. And we also know that if there's bad or birthing outcomes that we don't want, then, or there's some kind of fetal demise or maternal demise, or there's something that happens, complications or any trauma, it impacts the overall experience, which could potentially lead to postpartum depression, postpartum blues, and postpartum anxiety or OCD. And those are things that we're trying to mitigate. Well, just getting properly trained, being a postpartum doula, you're understanding the differences between a Black woman or a Black birthing person going through depression and how we are masters at camouflaging depression. Black people in this society, we are notorious in saying, yes, we're fine when we're actually suffering in silence. So making sure that we create safe space to honor what somebody is experiencing and then pointing them in the right direction. Oftentimes what we see with the NBDA, we'll see licensed mental health professionals coming through to get trained as doulas, so they're getting support on both sides. Yeah, we listen for keywords, pay attention to behavior patterns that are different. Oftentimes it can be something that's silent or a behavior that is now being demonstrated that is showing that somebody could be potentially moving down the lane of postpartum blues or some form of trauma response. So there are positions and resources that we can give them access to. I love that question because It does not stop with doulas. It doesn't start or stop. It is a human rights issue. And when people who are in healthcare need to honor everyone's supportive role in there, and how they can do that is, giving the resources, letting them know that having a doula is an option, not creating adversarial positions in the hospital setting or in doctors' offices, letting them know that it's about comprehensive wraparound healthcare services. Currently, the Momnibus Act seems to be doing some great legislative work around what policies can be changed, what legislative acts can be accessed or changed or implemented. That's the one that I definitely support, with Charles Johnson and his wife Kira. And he is an advocate, an avid resource, and he's also a part of that team with Momnibus, and making sure that we continue to have conversations that amplify this conversation, to give resources to people, letting them know that this is what's out there, that they have options and resources. And coming over to the National Black Doulas Association, asking how companies can partner with us, agencies and other resources, so we can make sure that we position Black birthing people, BIPOC birthing people, to get the information that they need. Come over to the NBDA, which is blackdoulas.org. You can get trained as a doula. You can also list your profession with our National Doula Directory. You can get involved with community resources that are out there. And people have different ways of championing for better equity when it comes to healthcare and healthcare disparities. So finding out what your passion is, and then making sure that you connect with the right resources so you can move in that direction to offer support. You're not alone, and there's strength and vulnerability. There are people who are ready and qualified to help, and making sure that even a simple Google search will help. You can always find out what resources are in your geographic region, nationally also, that can help you. Postpartum, mental health, prenatal mental health resources, also looking at your insurance coverage too, to see if it is a part of the landscape of coverage that is provided as far as mental health services is concerned. If not, finding out what free resources are available or community resources are available to you.